You?
Yeah,
Hello, Ro.
a
You
lot of
know.
revenue. Listen, first of all, can I say this? Is one thing about Howard, they say it's the real HU, and I'm starting to realize that because everything it's been every other day I've seen great things coming out of Howard. So it must be something in that water that Howard might have, and it's not mold because people be saying it's mold. Uh, it's something in that water that Howard must have because it's spreading of greatness like people like you. I'm gonna start off with Heaven. Go ahead, Heaven. What you got for them?
Yes, but we love you, Hampton. We love
Oh,
you. My cheer sisters
they got
will
plenty
come
of
for me
water.
if I don't add that in there.
They got plenty of water in Hampton because they right by the water. So go ahead, Heaven. Sorry.
So of course we have to first ask you, ladies, what was your inspiration when you guys started?
Mhm. Yeah, I can start off and then I'll let Kayden finish off. I would say our inspiration was for when we were entering this competition. It was a pitch competition called She Has a Deal with Tracy Prigmore. And with that, it just offers women just a chance into hotel ownership. So when me and Kayden came together, we realized when we put together our deal for our hotel, we wanted to make sure we can really make sure we could provide a place that really have that community engagement as well as building capital and making pathways to leadership and to ownership for Black and Brown individuals like me and Kayden so they can also get in on the deal. And I'll let Kayden go into more in depth.
Yeah, so when we decided to come up with the name Legacy Collection, because we realized that this is like the stepping stones us to like us founding something even bigger than we can imagine. Both of our goals is to own hotels, domestically and abroad. So we really just wanted to capitalize on that. This is part of our legacy, and that we will be continuing to build onto this as well.
Can you talk about you guys are Black women, and and Black women in business are really they get underlooked. How do you guys navigate that while still trying to pursue high goals in owning and buying restaurant? I mean, not restaurants, hotels across the country and the world.
hmm I would say just like being at Howard, you're surrounded by other like minded individuals who also have big dreams and are go getters. So it's kind of like when you're surrounded by like just Black excellence like that, it's like I can do this too. Like I want to do this and I want to go get that. Especially being within the School of Business at Howard, and we're still current, like we're about to be seniors. We're still in this journey. It's just like they treat you to like not take no as an answer, but also just like being surrounded in the programs that they're having, you're already surrounded by that corporate energy and corporate professionals where it kind of makes you become more confident. And I'll say from there, confidence is key. Then not always taking everything like, oh, maybe they didn't say that because I was Black, brown, or a woman. Switching your mindset to being, I know I'm capable to do what I'm setting out to do. So how can I make sure when I come to the plate, the one thing that they cannot argue is my skill. They can't argue where it came from. They can't argue our data. They can't argue about our facts and everything that goes into making the deal and everything. Because one thing, no matter where you come from, numbers don't lie. Money makes money. If I say 2 + 2 = 4 and you and get it 2 times on your investment and the numbers pan out, you can't argue about that. So I'll say that was one thing me and Kayden, like we took in and we're going to continue to go forward. It's just to make sure that we have the data, the facts, and the work ethic to back up every single decision we make and everything that we go get. Because at the end of the day, like I said, numbers don't lie.
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, Brooklyn said that perfectly. And also just being a part of the She Has a Deal program, with that comes a sisterhood community that we have now that we are able to like reach out to if we need advice, or like go to them if we need places to just be able to grow to.
Yeah, Kayden, you are a supply chain management major student over there at Howard. What
Yeah.
have you learned so far? You're going into your senior year, class of 26, side of the 26. I'm 26 too.
Yes.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost there. Just be patient. Okay. What have you learned, in your schooling at Howard? And this is a very interesting major. Never heard of it. Let's talk about this.
I mean, I love this major. It took me a minute to find it and come to it, but we have a really big community around it as well. I'll be actually being a secretary coming into the school year for our a supply chain management student association. Basically, for those who I guess who don't know what supply chain is all about the logistics that go into from getting getting the raw materials all the way to the consumer. So getting it down to this final product and then shipping it to all these distribution centers to get it out to the consumer as well. Um, I mean, Howard has most definitely prepared me for this as well. We get a lot of opportunities, and we also host a lot of opportunities as well, with us being in the center, and being the supply chain center. So I'm just like really excited to see what life is after Howard as well, and I hope to take more of like my supply chain skills and transfer it more into consulting. And it has also been a very big help with me and Brooklynn's project with working with hotels and things of that nature, especially when it comes to construction costs and renovation costs. That's all supply chain. So when it comes to supply chain, it's all about systems and, again, how are you getting those raw materials to the customer? So it's very niche, but it's very interesting and intriguing too, and it's broad as well.
Heaven?
Thank you. You guys have such great answers. And again, Brooklyn, I feel like you definitely dived into, jumping over that glass cliff, breaking the glass ceiling, especially as a Black woman. I have a minor in hotel, restaurant, tourism management. So I definitely understand where you guys are coming from with hospitality. Going back into She Has a Deal, I wanted to know, what are the 3 biggest tips you guys would give to not only Black women, but just young people and students, business majors in general, on how to give your dream pitch?
Mm-hmm. I would say first, don't be scared of the numbers and don't be scared of the spreadsheet in Excel. It can be very daunting at first because you're looking at it and you're like, I can't do this. It's never, I can't, it's not yet. So like, honestly, making sure that you use your resources and use the things around you to find the answers to the problems, because a lot of things is more digestible as you go through it. And then secondly, I would say presentation is key, because how you present yourself to the product and the confidence you have alludes to the pitch and how investors are going to view you. And the third one I would say is confidence. Like, honestly, like I would say, know that you are meant to be in that room, and then everything else will follow. And then also, when it comes from the confidence of building your deal, just making sure your numbers align, making sure that the market that you're in is going to be able to sustain the supply that you expect it to grow, making sure that the investment makes sense, making sure you double check, adding in for contingencies, and also taking advantage or taking knowledge of the environment around you. Like, this is a very, very interesting time we're in with tariffs and with everything. And then like all those things are going to go into play. So you have to make sure, again, when you're talking to, because the judges we're talking to, these are like senior VPs at Marriott. These are people who know what they're doing. They're like right under VP CEOs. Like, it's a lot of big people in the room. So you have to make sure that you could talk to the same caliber and articulate yourself correctly. And the one thing you could do that is by having the confidence, but then also having your research and everything to back it
up. Can you talk about, how have you guys liked working with each other? Usually people like doing stuff by themselves, especially, some people don't like to share the spotlight. What has that experience been like between you two? I'm going to start with Brooklyn. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
I would say it's like, you have to also realize you're not perfect. And there's a lot of things that I saw that I wasn't the best at, that Kayden was able to step in, and then same with vice versa. So I feel like just making sure you have that balance is key. And especially as Howard students in busy lives, like I was like Springfest coordinator, president of this club, trying to do like internships, and Kayden was a RA and all of the big things that she does as well. So then honestly, like relying on each other and then building that trust to work together and move forward. There was a lot of late nights trying to work across schedules, but you kind of just have to have that trust in your partner, but then also being vulnerable enough to know that you don't know the answers, okay, and you have to trust your partner to be able to like make up for where you fall short.
Mm-hmm. And I have absolutely loved working with Brooklyn. She's a great partner. And we've had, I would say one big thing is have bonding experiences with each other. I think that has helped us out a lot, getting to know each other, because we knew of each other on campus, but when we did Shad Pitch together, that's when we were like, oh, okay, we really need to get to know each other a little bit more. And like she said, we really have worked to balance each other out. She has a lot of phenomenal skill sets that has been able to help us out, and then vice versa. So being able to bounce ideas off of each other and making sure you guys have good communication skills as well with each other is key.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Heaven.
I feel like genuinely bonding is a very big part of networking, and like you guys said, pulling from strengths and weaknesses. But Kayden, I did want to give you a chance to tell me your big 3 that you would tell people that are going after their dream pitch as well?
Mm-hmm. First thing I would say, definitely jump in and just do it. Like Brooklyn said, there's a lot of Excel sheets, and sometimes, at least for me, the numbers will freak me out. Like I never thought I would be a finance girly, and I've kind of turned into that a little bit. So definitely just jump in, and you'll figure it out as you go. Two, ask for help. You get a community and a bunch of resources around you. So make sure that if you're confused or just stuck in a rough place, make sure you're reaching out to those resources and asking for help. And then three, have fun. I think that was something I really had to teach myself as well, especially before we were going on to the stage, is that at the end of the day, have fun, enjoy this experience, enjoy this moment like you worked for it. And now you get to showcase everything that you learned throughout this program.
Well, we appreciate you all coming on. Thank you so much, Ms. Edwards and Miss Tucker. Brooklyn Tucker, Kayden Edwards, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And
Thank
quick
you.
shout out,
Congratulations again.
if you're interested in investing in Legacy Collection, we're actually following through with our deal, and it's going to be in New Orleans. So make sure you stay tuned because we do want to get a lot of Black equity within our deal.
Oh,
Yes,
great.
you.
Oh, we love that. Look at that. Spreading the black wealth. That's what we need. Black.
Mm.
Yes. Not rich. People it's the mindset. Not rich, you want to be wealthy. Good for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Heaven, go ahead.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Of course, we want you guys' socials. We want to know how else we can find out more about your stories and how to reach you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, our socials. Sorry. I'm at ITZ. It's Brooklyn with 2 N. So BROOKLYNN. And then also our email is Legacy Collection by KB. And I'll let Kayden do her plug-in.
And I'm at Kayden Elise, KaydenAlees, on Instagram. And then, yes, that's our email.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
All right. Thank you guys.